Okay. Hey, happy Friday. This is my video version of my newsletter because I just haven't had time to put one together again this week. I've been really bad at this month, but I'm gonna give myself a break. There's been a lot going on. If you've been following me, you know that at the end of March, I had a big wedding, and then in May, I did a cross-country move, and now this last weekend, I presented at a sex annual conference talking about my work as a surrogate partner. Coming back from that weekend, I just been playing catch up, and prepping the newsletter just didn't get on my list. So here I am. I'm going to try to keep this a lot shorter than usual. Highlights. Conference was amazing. Super sex work and touch work positive, even sex work positive. And it was, I feel like there was a lot of content around psychedelics and sex work, which made me so happy. My presentation was a case study called Building Trust Through Surrogate Partner Therapy. It was so well received. We were able to be on the main stage, which was a surprise, and also like what a great opportunity. We had a really good audience, lots of wonderful feedback, and I just kind of think like, where does this go next? I think, Brian Gibney and I work really closely together. And in this panel, we were joined by Brandon Hunter Hayden, who is also a surrogate partner, but also has a clinical background. So we were able to talk about this case very briefly. We only had an hour, but it gave people a sense of what the work really looks like. People think of surrogate partner therapy, they automatically think sex surrogate. And let me say that my work has... I'd say the industry has evolved a lot from what I would consider a sexual surrogate would look like. My work is very relational, and that's what we talked about in this case study, was like how that relationship works to build trust, and what kind of exercises we use that make the trust building happen. Trust building for the client and myself, but also trust building for the client with themselves and client with others in their world. So that was really exciting. My husband came with me, which is really interesting. All these years in my work as a professional cuddler and now surrogate partner, he is not really cross-pollinated in that world for me, just because we do a lot of things independently. We had an opportunity for him to come to this conference with me because he was like, I want to hang out in San Francisco. And so he joined me, and he was just really absorbed into my colleague friend circle. And I couldn't have been more like, if you're familiar with the term compersion, it's a term from like the polyamory world about having really lovely feelings for your partner's experiences, right? And he was running around town with people I know from my work, and it was really, really lovely and so cool. And this introvert, I was talking from like 8 a.m. to like midnight every day. Lost my voice beginning of the week. My voice was really strained, but as I have found before, like talking about work, I can keep going and going and going. It's when I don't talk about work. So the conference ended on Sunday, late morning, and I was gonna go run around San Francisco with a lot of the San Diego therapy community. And I went to lunch with Paul, my husband, and on the way back I grabbed a coffee, and then all of a sudden I just got hit with this. I don't want to do this. I want to go upstairs to my hotel room, crawl in my big king-size bed, and watch shitty TV today. And so I did. Paul went off and had fun running around town with people. And I did a little social media stuff. I laid in bed and watched, I think I was on like HGTV or something, which isn't that shitty of TV. My world, shitty TV is like getting in and like diving into like something on Bravo, like lately Vanderpump Rules. That's been my shitty TV of choice. But conference was great. Yeah, that's pretty much what's alive. I'm going to be starting to dive into some other projects now that those big life things are done. Soft Cock Week comes up in November, and last year was the first year we did it. I did it really quickly. This year I'm excited to have more time to really plan content and what else? Going to be working on some updates to the Cuddlist training. I'll be doing that with a group in upstate New York in July, which is exciting to be a part of that. Got all my little stuff that I'm always doing, right? We're putting another mental health and intimacy professionals happy hour together here in San Diego, but not till August, because between now and August we have Pride is in July in San Diego, and the GSRD, the Gender, Sexuality, Relationship Diversity group of therapists and other helping professionals, they will have a booth at Pride in Leather Realm, which is like the kinky corner of Pride here in San Diego. So that's a big event. They have like a volunteers party afterwards. So I don't like to overbook myself, so we're gonna do our next happy hour in August. Oh, and East Coast, I have dates to be back in town. I will be in Hunt Valley, also known as Cockeysville. I think we decided September 19th, 20th, and 21st. So I will have space there to work. If you want to get on the calendar, let me know. Is there a rush to get on the calendar? I don't know. But first come, first serve. So sooner the better, I suppose. But flights are booked. Yeah, anywho. All right, that's long enough. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And I'll try to put something more traditional news, my usual favorite fives for next week. And I'd like to even get a blog post together to share a little more in depth about, I've got different things I want to write about. So maybe this next week I'll find some time. I hope you find some time to take care of yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. Mwah.